Open Up Africa.
In our discussion room right now, as regards Open Up Africa, we're looking at parenting today. Have parents lost their roles? And we're talking of parents, also Liz brought it up. There's providing. Liz, before we went for that break, you said there's providing, but he was also bringing, there's also the values.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's a parent today, parents, most of them, they look from a distance and the dad is like, my son looks healthy.
That's what I was
Because
saying.
they bring
You
food,
cannot-
they bring clothes, but there's another thing, the values. Values are not tangible.
Yes, behavior.
Behavior, right? Upbringing. If when we say human being, if you look at that word human being,
Yes.
the being acts.
It's really very
Yes,
bad to create
the
an
being.
outer image that looks
So
bad
when you say,
without a
how
good
would you say
inside
when
image.
when it comes to the
Without
values,
body inner
how do
image.
you argue it up?
I honestly don't think it is only the parents' duty. Yes, you are the parents of this kid, right? But then you have maids over, you have people to help you, you have parents, teachers that you're paying to, help teach your children behavior or, teach them what they need to know in class. So for me, as long as you are providing and spend some little time, Arafat, you're being so negative on the parent side in the sense that you don't think some of them maybe don't spend time with their kids.
Most of them today.
No, not most of them. I know that some parents will, especially mothers, by the way, dads are the ones who want to hang out on the weekend. But seriously, most mothers will try to spend their time with kids after work. I'm sure. Yes, Arafat.
Which time are you talking about? Let me express this. You understand? You are telling me that after work, mothers come from work at most probably at 6.
At 6 years.
You understand? At 6. At 6, this mother has to via through a market to shop some things. She will be able to reach home at 7. You understand? No, agree with me. Sometimes you have to pass through the market
please
to get
go on.
these things you're talking about, food
Sure,
and
do
what.
some shopping.
Do some shopping. Reach home at 7. You understand? When you reach home at 7, you have to go. You're very tired. Let's agree. When you imagine coming from work, how you feel.
It's okay, you go on.
You're very tired. It requires you another 1 hour to go bathe. After bathing, you come back in the sitting room. You understand? To look at these kids.
Are they in the sitting room at that time?
And actually, to be clear, at 8, that's when you are able to settle in the sitting room. And at 8, these kids are,
It's their bedtime.
They're tired.
it's their bedtime. You understand?
Supper, roughly.
So they are going to sleep. You understand? From there, they are going to sleep. You're not going to find them anywhere.
But
so early in the morning, you're going to work. The same thing will happen next day.
Arafat, there's these shared roles. What happened to the values that long ago parenting was a shared role? Today, a neighbor doesn't have to look at what your kid looks like.
That is another problem.
Today,
now.
even your house girl,
That
your
is another
housemaid,
problem now.
it doesn't concern him or her.
That is another problem now.
So
Long time
Liz, you
ago.
brought it up that when you talk of parenting, to me, I'm like, could we agree that the shared roles have died out? Because parenting,
Shared roles have died out not only
Parenting
from
shouldn't be
the
from-
neighbors, but even within the family. There's this thing of gender equality. I believe in gender equality because I believe that what I can do, as what a man can do, a woman can do better. I believe that. But the thing
are
is,
men becoming better in parenting, unlike before?
what I'm trying to say is that there's that inequality. You understand? Still, some men think that the role still remains for the
Most
women.
men.
Most men still think that the role is still for the women to take care of the kids and to upbring them in a good way. They still have that thinking, which is really very bad. Because if maybe I'm working and come back at 6, at least if my husband is also working and comes back at 4, it's the time, he can use that time to do what I was supposed to be doing. But that's not happening. Most of the time, men, when they come from work, they go to bars. They go to meet friends, evenings. You know what? So the thing is that parenting has really lost the shape. I agree with that because long time ago when I remember when I would come from school during schools closing schools, like at the end of the term, along the way going back home, every parent, a neighbor would ask me, bring your report card. Bring your report card and I see what you scored. How did you score?
And how is that their business though?
No, that is the parenting I'm talking about.
It's a concern.
So by then, if I had
by
scored bad, this parent would say, no, you're a bad student. Next time you should score very highly.
So
It
you
was
are
a
looking
concern.
for neighbors to tell your kids that they're bad? No, seriously. I'm
The
not
shared
getting
roles.
The
Liz,
shared
the
roles.
shared
Your
roles.
neighbors?
Is it bad if they notice that your kid is misbehaving and they inform
this. As
you?
long as it's not.
You
in
mean
a
you are not,
negative
you were
way.
not, you don't,
That is very negative. The fact that they would tell someone you're a bad.
you mean you were never kind by a neighbor
No,
because of wrongdoing?
no.
This is a .com.
Let me tell
So
you.
are you
seriously, you guys.
Are you
maybe
below
I've
18?
been raised in no. I know that some parents actually, even from long time ago, will take care of their kids. Yes, they are busy people, but they'll come and spend time with their kids. I know that, and
Some.
I've seen many
Good.
of them.
She said
actually,
some.
Yes.
you
It's
know.
very
There
true.
are
but
those who are
Yes.
still there.
So that percentage is what I know, and I'm sure that if you have a kid, you're not going to just let them be. You don't have time to spend. Like you can't fail to. You can't tell me that they'll fail to spend some time with their kids and notice small things about their behavior.
Should we?
You cannot.
The reason as to why we said that we.
You're very negative on this. And
Do you
I
know?
No,
do you know that
no.
Liz? Do you know that I know a parent whose kid, whose girl, whose daughter
Yes.
was impregnated,
Mhm.
and she realized when she was 6 months pregnant.
Six
When they were
Did
living,
you
t-
find
they were,
out
when they were
why?
living, when they were living together at home.
Yes, but did you find out why?
Why it was 6 months?
Yeah, why it came to that. Let me
Long
tell you,
time.
as a
They didn't
girl,
have time for
listen
them.
to me, as a girl, right? I know that if such a thing happens to you, first of all, you are ashamed and embarrassed to say it to anyone, right? And of course,
You
it
might,
will
you might,
not
you might
come
have been
to-
abused.
And of course, exactly. And it will not, like the first person you want to talk to will, the person that you want to talk to will not be a parent, first thing in mind. It will not. So they'll do anything to hide it. They could wear a jumper, they could wear something just because they are scared of telling someone. You can even find maybe, like, I don't think it's.
Liz, if you've lived with your parents, how long have you sat down and discussed on matters that relate to your body?
Body.
Parents.
Be specific, and be fair and frank. How long have you sat down with your parents and hearing them discussing about you? That how do you feel? What are the new changes have you seen on your body? Have you seen that happening?
I don't think they have to talk about your body for you to know that they care about you or something like that. No.
We're still arguing on the fact that parents more involved in their children's lives. And when it comes to parenting, now we have seen even maids coming in. There's a confusion between the shared roles, then also society when it comes to parenting. After the break, we shall delve into the discussion. This is Open Up Africa.
Open Up Africa. Open Up Africa. Thoughts, ideas, real discussions by the youth on Open Up Africa.
Liz says parents are trying their best. We have to agree that the balance is not easy balancing because today they all have to go earn a living. And again, they all have to earn a living, but I think there's also still a question on whether there are shared roles in parenting. That is also a question mark there is, because most men claim they bring in more onto the table and they believe the parenting roles, the values should be for mothers. Shared roles would be doing the things in a balanced way. For example,
Just
when
between parents?
No.
it can be shared roles between parents themselves. Let's say when it comes to raising the kid,
Yes,
taking care of the
raising
kids.
their kids.
Then there's a shared role of society where your neighbor is concerned
About
that-
your kids.
Yes. Don't you see? Why are you arguing? These things used to be there. We can agree that some education institutions are all about standing and delivering the message. They
Yes.
don't mind about the
Yes,
discipline
but
and
are you
everything.
going to sit there and think that, oh, that person will see my kid at school or not working well? Like, are you going to trust or expect them
That's
to
what you are
help
supposed to. That's why parents, if you are looking for a good school, there's what you look for. You
Allow
look
me to
for,
ask
does
her a
that
question.
school, how are the behaviors? You know, when we
Allow me to
does
ask
it
her a
interest
question, if
discipline?
Yes,
possible.
please
Yes.
ask me.
Go ahead, please.
Liz, if you happen to meet your neighbor's son along the way, doing something wrong or
Yeah.
stealing something,
Yes.
would you let her or him continue stealing? Or because this guy or this child knows you, that Liz is my
We know each
neighbor,
other, we are
is a
neighbors.
friend to my family and all that, and you find her stealing something, what would you do?
So first of all, that is not.
Your
That
concern.
is something. Listen to me. That is something personal. Like there are people that will not care. To be honest, there are people that
Today
will
there
not
are
care.
more. Today there are more.
that's-
They will let you be.
Let me
Today
continue
it is
now.
happening.
No, can I answer first? You asked me. Can I please answer?
Mm.
So me personally, or a nice, kind person, will try to correct the kid, right? But then you as a parent, you guys, you as a parent, you're not going to have expectations of your neighbor helping you.
Don't wait
with your
on.
kids.
Don't
Do not
don't
wait
wait.
on that.
It's true.
That's my point. You're not going to expect your neighbors because they're nice people, but then don't have that expectation. Just try.
Now,
Which
I
is
agree.
what I'm saying.
that's
try
absolutely true.
sometimes.
But what I was saying is that, as the shared law Andrew was talking about, is a neighbor feels that responsibility, feels it as a responsibility
With them.
to that neighbor's kid.
Yes, kid.
That responsibility has gone away. It's what we are talking about.
Even education
So,
institutions.
I'm not
I
saying
think.
that my kid going to steal things is a good thing, that I should wait for my neighbor to come and take control. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a good neighbor, as the shared law was before, should be feeling that responsibility that I've found Andrew's son stealing. I should intervene.
Exactly.
I should intervene and make sure she stops or he stops from what he's doing, and I guide and give guidelines, and even
Tell
call
me,
the
okay,
call the
you
parent
are
and say,
right.
I call the parent and say, your son is here right now. I've found him doing
Take
this and this.
responsibility.
Please, it's really very bad.
That
I'm
is
now
totally-
returning him home.
that
You
is
understand?
totally right, yes, I
That's
agree
the
with
shared
that.
role we are talking about
Is
that
it
has
still
lost
there?
shape.
I agree with
It
that.
has lost shape.
But
Everyone
then-
cares about him or herself, which is very bad.
So exactly how is it? I'm sorry, maybe I'm so behind. Forgive me. But then how is it? How is it so related to parenting? You parenting your kids,
Okay.
or was it not really?
No.
It is also it is somehow
'Cause you're
related in
saying
a way
parenting
because
is losing.
it's losing
Right?
shape.
Yes.
What you're saying?
Now,
Yes, it's losing shape.
because parenting
So
we are
how
not.
am I parenting someone else's kids? Not that I wouldn't.
No, the
but
thing
then
is
that shared.
the shared roles. How
It's-
they
it's-
come
It's
in.
part of it. It's part of
Eh,
parenting.
It's part of the parenting sphere because, for example, if today I took responsibility, if they know, because of course we used to have those neighbors, he's responsible, like when the other neighbor finds you,
Yes,
he
which
hates
is
this,
amazing.
and we know them for that. So if we know that the other one doesn't care, even if you do what, so there's a possibility that even the kids he raises, like he would raise his kids, he concentrates on these kids, but these are not your kids. But by the way, there's also that thing. Do you know that the kids you are raising are for the world? This kid is going to move out,
Yeah.
and he will meet the neighbor's son. Maybe the neighbor's son, God forbid, will impregnate your daughter.
Ew.
Because you haven't even been playing that shared role to know that this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
the
sure,
way he
sure,
takes
sure.
responsibility, that he's a serious parent. So that there's kids who see
No.
a parent, even if it's a neighbor, and they know that
Arafat is banning. Please say something.
I really don't understand when you say that parenting has not lost shape. Yesterday,
entirely
I was talking to someone telling me that when a father is not at home, that was a wife actually telling me, a wife to that guy. She was telling me that when his father is not at home, he cannot eat. That it's because the father cares more about him than the mother.
So let me ask you, just
No, I'm trying to bring this.
You believed that the boy can't eat when the dad is not home? Or it's just that
They are taking
it happens that there are some kids who misbehave without another parent. Isn't that true?
What is that?
There are some children who will misbehave.
Eat more with the dad around. You can't.
Do you know what this means to me? Do you know what this means to me? It means that this kid was highly taken care of by the father than the mother. That's the point, whether you agree or not.
No, I do not agree.
Haven't you seen kids who loves their fathers or mothers more than one the other?
But let me tell you.
What do you think?
First of all, do you know that most kids actually enjoy their time with their dads? Do you know why?
Because
Is
they
it
are
because
carefree.
they are being taken care of by their dad so much?
No, the fathers are carefree.
Exactly.
They are loose.
So maybe that is the way he treats him or something, which is fun, which is amazing.
But again, Liz,
eat.
do you believe that your mother would understand you more than your father? Naturally. That's why we are insects. Some of the time, if you know that the person understands you more, you feel uneasy towards them, maybe sometimes.
People are different. Maybe
Liz, you are telling us about your uncle. How many times have you seen him caning your nieces?
My nieces or
Nephews.
Your nephews or your cousins or nephews?
He doesn't punish them a lot. He doesn't beat a lot.
Liz, let's correct this. Punishment is in form. Are you saying he doesn't punish, or you are saying beating? Because we can have that topic
is not
on.
Yes.
Beating. You are saying you are grounded. You are grounded. No going out. Yes,
So,
there's punishment. So, does he punish? Yes, he punishes.
No,
yes.
he'll warn you, like let's say once, twice, 3 times. Oh, so now you're not listening. That's when he'll punish the kid, and a serious punishment. But the kid already usually would listen. He listens.
Because he has been grown in that
Because
culture.
exactly.
It has been part of them. It's a custom.
Liz, which schools did you go in Rwanda or Uganda?
Yes.
Allow me to ask
This
you this
is-
because I'm serious.
In Uganda, in boarding school from 0.
Give us the two perspective of the two countries when it comes to caning in schools. Were you caned in Uganda?
Oh yeah, up to senior 6 I was.
No. Your friends, that are still going for school here. Do you hear them being caned?
Apparently not.
According to you, do you think that's because caning and punishment? Actually, I'm sorry for using caning.
Yes,
maybe
that's kind of beating.
Beating. I'm sorry for using that, but still,
maybe
It's what's happening.
there is also another punishment that can be given.
Guys, just as we are about to go in a break, as we are going in a break, we just have to set this clear. There's punishment. Maybe caning would be a form of punishment,
Yes,
but we have to agree when it comes to parenting. Let's flatten it to know that we are asking, do parents punish? We shouldn't necessarily mean it like that. After the break, we can delve in more into what can we do, like if we feel that what can be done. If there are mistakes, how can we do it better? As couples who biologically have kids, or as society. Just after the break, we'll come back with your comments.
Open Up Africa. Open Up Africa. Thoughts, ideas, real discussions by the youth on Open Up Africa.
The main question in the room is about parents losing focus or grip of the parenting role as parents. And on our social media pages, as it comes to your screen, today's weird behavior and well-being resulting into highly in increasing crime rate among the youth is mostly attributed to parenting, the poor parenting. Is parenting losing shape? So at Open Up Africa are our pages, and we're going to delve into the comments.
So on Twitter, Musi Donald says some parents are losing a point. They've spared little time to know and understand their kids. Their parenting part has been left to maids and schools. Something is wrong. Parents should consider their big part in counseling and raising good kids for a better society.
So literally, it's not, you talked of providing. People are more providing the physical things, the food, the
Yes.
clothes, and when it comes to the norms and values, I
Maybe
think
they are losing.
that,
Some
Yeah, he's right. He's very right.
okay. We have another comment?
So Ankags too says this is a very complex subject these days. Some parents sometimes do their best to teach their children basics of life, but largely they are influenced by the whole community. If the community doesn't practice or enforce good behavior, the child is lost at an early.
Shared roles.
That's a
Shared
point.
roles.
That's really a good point.
That's why when they catch a thief, the whole community comes together. Why don't you come together? Yes. Why don't you come together while parenting? I mean, look, if they announced a rapist here, the whole people would be like, hey, you know.
Yes.
Or somebody who's breaking into a house, the whole people will be concerned.
Sure.
Why isn't it that when this kid, before they behaved like, before they developed weird
I heard
behavior, why didn't we-
Rwanda started sexual abusers registry.
they are registering them? That would be nice.
Registering sexual abusers.
I think
Sexual
so. They
abusers
are going,
registry. It's out.
they are going to put them in public.
Yes.
Yes,
have
actually, I think that
names.
would be nice.
That is
Once you are
They do.
you are recorded as a sexual abuser, you are going to be put on the list so that
And with
people
your
can
face
see
on
you.
it.
People can see you.
When you go to apply, your name is
They will
ready.
say you were a
You
Like-
will
sexual
rep
abuser.
you will rep people.
I think may I believe in shared roles actually, because I'm not there for, I'm not only in this world alone. Because I get out to the streets, I find a border guy, a motorcyclist, is going to help me. That's another person in my life now. I go to the kiosk. Yeah, I'm going to pay, but you know, there's a service you would pay for happily, or even because we have many many service providers. But you know, if you meet somebody who's not warm, we are talking of customer care, by the way, in Africa. That's all to do with humanity, the way somebody was raised. It's all to do with family. These things are coming from family.
Sure.
How will you be warm in and bringing in accepting and welcoming people? We're talking of the tourism sector. That is all to do with the roles, the values. So may I believe in shared roles as especially, and I believe parenting is not only for, first of all, I believe it's not only for the parents, the biological parents, but a shared role, like the society. Another thing, when we go deeper into the family, I believe that mom and dad all should have equal sides, equal portion when it comes to parenting. Yes, I know men, men can go, do what, bring the food as well, but even women are doing that today. And men, I think, even if you don't have a job, don't resort to drinking or going out, and there's something you could do. There's no problem a husband doing the dishes. It sets a good example to the son.
And something
You know?
to the women too, they shouldn't let their husbands or men get used to the fact that, oh, it is me who does this.
Yes,
Oh,
as
it
well.
is- no,
Yes.
he will take himself like the king when you
yes.
are making him.
Yes,
that
it's
way,
true. There are a lot of
you know?
men
So-
who are ever in the sitting rooms watching
Yes, make
TV.
him feel like he
Yes.
can do anything.
And the
same
kids-
way he feels like yes, you can work too.
That is
the same
parenting.
exact way
Parenting,
you should
in
feel.
fact, parenting, the best parenting is the things we do as adults when the kids are growing up. Even when you are teaching them, they can be there seated, but they see
How
mom
you
doing this,
behave.
dad doing this.
We are exemplary.
How
We're
you-
supposed
Yes, we
to
are-
be
it's-
exemplary.
it's-
We're
it's-
supposed to be exemplary
exactly.
to our kids. And
So that is it. We are which example are we setting? If you're a man out there and you wake up, when you come back, you just put your seats, you just put
You wait
your
for food to be
your
served
legs,
to you, bruh.
as if you're in a hotel waiting to be served. Ask your son. That's what your son is likely
But
to
also women should work on that.
Now, it has resulted that because men are relaxed, even mothers are not, women are becoming relaxed. They're like, if you can't do it, why do I have to do it? Then they send it to the maid.
I want you to forget. I don't want you to forget that when we are talking about the thing of parenting, we should emphasize that parents need to spare more time to their kids than they are doing today.
Yeah.
More, yeah.
What we are requesting is finding time for the kids.
You
You
have
get it?
them. You
Sometimes.
spent
Whatever you
time
do,
having-
however busy you are,
Mm.
try as much as possible and find time for the kids.
And much as you have a point, and much as you talked of punishment, and we have taken it that parents don't have to punish, or society doesn't have to punish, but we haven't. When you say punishing, most of the people think caning. There are many forms of punishment. As a parent,
Yeah,
you know,
they
there's
should
something,
learn
yeah.
some of them. They
Sometimes
need
we are
to.
just pampering only the kids, maybe
No,
reduce
like
on
let
the
me give you a good
percentage.
example. I have a neighbor who punishes his kids in a way that I loved so much. He doesn't cane. What he does,
No
when you
food.
do something wrong, he takes
Yeah, there are
out.
those
Listen,
parents.
when you do something wrong, next weekend he takes out the rest of others.
That is torture as well.
So you stay at home.
Grounded.
So he tells you that if you do this again, we shall be going out alone. You won't be going
I
out
hope
with
you don't
us.
stay home playing video game.
No, he shuts off
No,
everything.
but also,
He
I
leaves you
think
just
some
at
parents
home.
take away what you love doing.
Yes,
what
you
they love
love
most.
most.
I like
and
that.
that
That's a
will
good
ground
motivation.
a
You see,
kid.
It's a
he
very
tells
good
you know what?
motivation.
Yeah.
You're not going out with us. If you're going swimming, you're not going swimming. You understand?
And
So,
they know you love it so much.
yes.
Of
They
course,
like
it can motivate the kid into
so
proper shape.
that kid never does what he did next time.
Yeah,
Thank you, Arafat. Last words, please.
they should try to spend time with their kids.
More
And
time.
also try to notice different changes from their kids. Try to know them a little bit more. You can know some changes, like how he said, some mothers don't notice how their kids, have changed in physically, So just try to spend time with them, and as a society, we need to be better people too. You can't see someone's kid just doing something wrong and you ignore it. Just try to be better people.
Thank you, Liz. The smallest unit of any society starts with the family. And so we believe that parenting does a very big role. If you want to shape the world out there, you should start in your own homestead, with your parents, with those people, as a caretaker, those young kids you take care of. It will be doing justice to the whole world. So from us here and the entire team, till next time, please stay safe.
Open Up Africa. Open Up Africa. Thoughts, ideas, real discussions by the youth on Open Up Africa.